Hey guys, welcome to episode 5,000,002 of Mine Rambles for 10 minutes. I want to talk about a tweet I saw. I think I retweeted it on my Twitter. I can't remember, but it's been kind of popular lately. A YouTuber by the name of Enderman posted that he's getting a channel, one of his main show, terminated because apparently he was linked to another channel that had already been terminated, which I was curious, so I watched his video on what happened to him, and it turns out that it's actually just some random dude, and like he has no like my mom's in the other room working, by the way, so I'm sorry if you hear that in the background, but um he has no correlation to that whoever that dude was, but YouTube's AI system just assumed that he's linked to him, and they're terminating him now because of that. And seeing that tweet made me realize that I'm dealing with the exact same thing, except I kind of am. Like even I'm scared to say stuff because like apparently YouTube's AI is always listening, and like they form a transcript of your video. So I'm nervous that YouTube can like use the AI generated transcript to like use stuff against me, and the fact that that's an actual thing that I have to worry about kind of paints a picture for me. And it has been for a while. The longtime subs know that back in 2022, I had a channel under the same email as this one that was banned for good reason. Like I'm not gonna say I know tons of people get banned for like stupid reasons, no reasons. I get that I was banned for impersonation, which completely makes sense. Like I'm not gonna argue with that, but I did not realize that it would mess up. I'm not able to log in to this channel on other accounts, and the only way I'm able to still upload to this channel is because I'm signed into it on my phone, and I'm dealing with a lot of stress lately because my phone is now starting to drop battery way quicker than it has been, and it might be time for me to buy a new phone. And if I buy a new phone, then I'm not going to be able to log in to this channel. Anyway, this post from Enderman made me realize that the way YouTube works is that like if something can happen to one person, it can happen to anyone. And it made me realize that I'm kind of in the same boat as Enderman, except mine kind of isn't a mistake. So if it can happen to Enderman, it can probably happen to me, and it might happen to me. So one day I might just wake up and this channel might be gone, which honestly, if that happens, then I don't want to say I think that's fine, but I do want to talk about some things, my basically like opinions and feelings on YouTube within the last few months. I'm going to be 100% honest. Most like 80%, 90% of the content that I consume on YouTube nowadays is stuff that I grew up with. Like, a lot of like Markiplier and like Vanoss and stuff. It's like I've been watching mostly old content because as much as people shat on like YouTube Rewind, I feel like ever since that died, a piece of YouTube died. A piece of the community, like the like YouTube, even though like yeah, it was cringy and like it didn't really understand like a lot of the YouTube community, they still showed like some appreciation for like creators, and the keyword in that word is create. YouTube used to be about creating stuff, and you know, the thing is, and I know there's gonna be some like rage baiters in the comments, maybe they're like, "Oh, you're just online too much." But like the thing is, it's just a cool like field to go down, like content creation, and like I found my love for like editing videos, and it's besides like speed running. Obviously, it's like one of my favorite hobbies. I love creating things like animations and edits with my bare hands without the help of AI, and sharing them and seeing how people react to them. Like it's an amazing feeling, and I used to grow up watching like people making similar stuff to as I do, and people would react to it and have like really funny reactions. But it just seems like because I've been on YouTube since 2011, and I feel like a piece of what made YouTube amazing and it made my favorite place to go as a kid. I know it sounds kind of dumb. I feel like a piece of YouTube has died. Like the reason I use YouTube so much now is, I'm starting to finally build an audience of like, the Spooktober videos, the videos on SCP that I recorded. I've built up a decent amount of like subscribers from that. I built an audience from that. I love making videos for my community and my audience, and stuff like the Cuphead speedrun community. It's like it's so fun to interact with communities and like share your ideas and like share your just stuff, share your creations. That's what YouTube is about. But then ever since Susan, rest in peace, we generally did not know how good we had it. I cannot get over it. Ever since Susan stepped down and the new CEO came up, I don't even know his name. That kind of just goes to show. There's been just an increase in like AI systems, AI content, AI ads, the recent AI age like thing that's been like YouTube just has a picture of my face. By the way, I tried to like I heard you could like manipulate it with like a picture of like I've tried to take a picture with like my laptop, but like it doesn't. It's weird to angle because you can't flip the camera. So YouTube just has a picture of my face because I gave up. I thought it would like ask is this the picture you want to use? But no, they literally just as soon as they get your face, they send it, which is kind of concerning. That's just does not seem safe at all. Like it already doesn't seem safe in the first place, but the fact that the second they get your face, it sends over. The truth is, Google is basically one of the biggest companies in the world, and they can get away with anything. I never wanted to dream like this stuff I've had like nightmares about. Like, will there ever be a day where I don't love you? Because YouTube's been a part of my life as long as my memory goes back, and it's like, I can't imagine. It's gone to the point where I can't imagine it not being a part of my life, and now YouTube's finally doing it. They're killing their platform, and this is why I'm saying it's probably for the best, because I can't support this company anymore, this platform anymore, and it's crazy, because this stuff that they're doing is straight up like criminal, and what hurts me the most is their lies. Like, stop saying that you're putting children first, you're trying to protect the children. Stop saying you care about your creators. Just stop lying. I'm tired of the lying. And they they act like it's a human on the other line. It's like, bro, stop with this Terminator bullshit. No one's believing it anymore. The facade has been broken. Like, people realize the truth now. And I know it probably sounds like I'm looking too deep into this, but guys, I'm lost. I just feel helpless. And it's like, I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. I haven't been like professionally diagnosed, but I think I may actually like suffer from depression slightly, because like there are definitely some days where I wake up and I just like I feel like I go a whole day without like doing anything that I like really want to, or like I don't do anything that like is worthwhile, and it's like, but you know what? One of the few things that actually makes me like want to keep, because like obviously like I'm not like that bad, like I still love like going to college and going to work, but in terms of hobbies, one of the things that makes my day so amazing is making content for you guys. I love it. I want to do it as long as I can. And I just wish there was a better site I just wish the number one site that, you can do that. You can share creations with, an audience, and you can build an audience. I wish it was run better, but it's not. It's now run by AI systems that just don't work. And so many people are losing videos, losing channels that they've had for years. And it's like, when do we put our foot down? And the reason it hurts my brain so much and it makes me so upset is just because there's nothing we can do. Like, and I'm like typically an optimistic person IRL, but it's Google. There's nothing we can do. This is the future. Like, this is the unfortunate future. Like, like the future of like AI. I just saw like a tweet back in like September. YouTube put out a tweet that's like, you can use this AI system to like, boost a bunch of like YouTube shorts. And it's like, were we not like, weren't they like cracking down on AI channels? And now you're promoting it. So your it's just like for years. It's like I had these thoughts for months, but it's like, honestly, in retrospect, for years, it's like, who are they promoting? Who are they giving like publicity to? If it's not the AI slop, it's like Sniper Wolf, a creator who like has her editors put like a ton of work into cropping out like TikTok like watermarks and usernames. Like that's the most that her editors do. Like literally just censoring out the like usernames so the original creators don't get credit. And I'm pretty sure she also like supports like AI and uses like AI shit for her videos. And that's what gets the most support out of YouTube now. It really does just paint a picture. And honestly, I've been wanting to look into TikTok for a while. I actually, since, honestly, one thing that does make me keep going is getting affiliated on Twitch. And I do want to stream more. I've actually had a lot of fun streaming lately, like Cuphead and stuff. I really want to improve Cuphead stuff. I've been wanting to do TikTok for a while now. I just don't really have any ideas for like what the content should be on if I were to make a TikTok, which I'm still trying to figure out. I do want to learn After Effects, but basically what I'm trying to say, I'm bringing up Twitch and TikTok because, guys, I'm so happy to have you as my audience, but I don't know how much longer I can make stuff for this platform. And it really sucks because, like, dude, the YouTube community is so amazing. The little of it that is left, the little of it that is like humans that is left, because what gets views nowadays is all this like AI junk and shit, and but what really makes me come back is your guys' comments, the friends I've made, all that type of stuff. But it's not what YouTube wants. It makes me sad. It really does. But Too Long Didn't Read. The channel might be terminated. It might not. I don't know. There's no way to know anymore. But if it does, then maybe it's for the best. If you guys have any recommendations for like ideal content I can maybe make for TikTok, then let me know, because I want to look into it. I did try TikTok a long time ago, and honestly, you do actually get a lot of views pretty quickly. But my brand on more platforms and sites, because I'm really hitting my limit with YouTube. It's caused nothing but like stress and depression and anxiety, and I'm basically just repeating myself over and over, but I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for understanding and sticking around. I love you guys. I say it on my community posts all the time, but I generally cannot wish for a better community. I love reading your comments. I love the attention you give my videos. I love you guys so much, and I'm hoping for the best for all of us. Thank you for listening.